Welcome to the latest episode of VOTV. It's your boy Trey Hunter, Voice of the Village Legends Edition. I'm honored to sit down with one of my best and oldest friends today, Coach Lorenzo Jackson of Lamar University. Known for his dedication to the game, his leadership, and his ability to inspire players on and off the field, Coach Jackson has built an incredible football journey, man. Today we'll dive into his story, his philosophy, and his vision for the future of football. Let's get into it.
Oh man, I can remember, playing football, with my friends in my backyard, playing with family members. That was one of the most funnest memories of my life. Being out there with the guys, man, freaking playing what we call hot ball, where you throw the ball up and guys go and try to tackle guys, and the guy with the ball try to make some moves and things like that. And yeah, man, that's where it all started, man, in the backyard. Honestly, um, once we started playing uh, at YMCA, man, I fell in love with the game. It was an outlet for me, uh, growing up where we grew up, and just having an opportunity, to get out some things and be able to express. It was a way of me and myself being able to express my emotions and feelings out on the field, and being able to get out the guys, man. It's a way to have fun. It's one of the things that we did all the time in the backyard, and then was able to put pads on and then learn a game of football. Uh, we had some great coaches in YMCA. They helped us out a lot, instilled a lot into us, some good stuff. Um, and then just from there, man, I just fell in love with it and went on to do high school football, and freaking was able to get into coaching, and haven't looked back since. Honestly, my pops, man, um, he's one of the biggest influence. Having games and things like that. He was one of my biggest critics, but one of my biggest fans. He did a lot of coaching, even though he never played the game of football. But he made sure that I understood that to give your best at all times, and that's kind of how I coach. Really, no excuses, right? Just get the job done, right? Whatever the game requires, he always told me that, and always pushed me to be my best version of myself. And I try to do that with my guys, make sure those guys are working to be the best version of themselves. I got a chance to coach high school football down in Baton Rouge, and then from there, I got an opportunity to go and coach at Grambling State University as a defensive line GA. And then from there, man, the journey continued at North Texas University. Got a chance to coach out there with the Mean Green, what an awesome opportunity that was. And then from there, was able to get on at Ohio State. Um, One of the best things, part of the journey was able to coach the national championship versus Alabama. And then from there, I was able to meet our defensive coordinator here at Lamar. We worked together at Ohio State, and he ended up bringing me on full time here as a defensive line coach. And it's really, the bond that we had at Ohio State. He trusted me and wanted someone he trusted to come out and work with him at Lamar. And we've been together for 3 years now. Uh, Very energetic, very energetic. I like to start my meetings with some type of music, whether that's gospel, whether it's hip hop, some version of what those guys want to hear. Every Friday we're gonna have Freestyle Friday to make sure the guys, can liven up a little bit, kind of relax from a long week of preparing, and allow those guys to get back into their natural comfort zone. And then on the field, I'm very demanding. We always talk about the brand, right? What is your brand? And I have those guys understand, like, hey, when they turn on the tape and they see Lamar defensive line, right, what are they going to see? They're going to see toughness. They're going to see accountability. They're going to see a lot of fundamentals and technique. They're going to see a lot of guys running to the football, creating great effort. What separates Lamar from some places I've been is uh, when you're trying to win, and I think Nick Saban said it best, it starts from the top, right? Our president of the university does a great job, man, at helping us out and all the sports around the campus, really the whole school in itself to try to be the best that they can be as far as resources, uh, helping everyone out. And then from there, the athletic director, the same way, man, does a great job for us, helping us to have those resources so that we can make our team the best team it could be. And then from our head coach, man, our leader of our program, he does an awesome job. One, leading the coaching staff, but also leading his players. And when you have all those things lined out, success should follow right after that, man, because when everybody's together, everything should work out really well. one of my biggest challenges, when you go out in GA, you work for certain guys and things like that, and sometimes you take on their persona. As a coach, you want to figure out your own, right? Who are you as a coach? And those one of those things I had to overcome because you take so many things from so many different people and you try to uh, emulate that. Why? Because it's worked for them, right? And so trying to find your own and understand and being confident in who you are, uh, that's a big step in coaching. Because once you become confident, man, you believe in what you're teaching, then you know those guys believe in what you're teaching. And so those one of the things I had to overcome is just being confident in my coaching style and then trusting my coaching style to match my personality and not trying to be someone else. One of my biggest challenges was coming in as a walk on in college, having to persevere through some things. Everybody know, as a walk on, you're paying for your own school, and uh, throughout that journey, man, you have to persevere, uh, even through playing and things like that over guys that have scholarships and things like that. You have to continue to persevere. Also, seeing other guys getting scholarships before you, that was one of the hardest parts. And trying to stay focused, stay locked in, and understanding your role. And that's kind of portrayed into what I've done now is just persevering through any challenges that come my way. To know that at some point, things are going to continue to get better. And I worked my tail off just like I did to earn a scholarship at ULM. I worked my tail off to do that, and I'm continuing to work my tail off now to make sure that I do the best that I can do and control what I can control. To be honest, man, I've been blessed, man, to work with some really, really good head coaches and staff that allows us to have our family around. Um, I try my best, to work as hard as I can while I'm at the office, so that when I'm able to get off from the job, I can come home and be a husband and be a father to my daughter. I try to be involved in their life as much as I can. And honestly, it's just been a blessing to work for all these guys that allow that to kind of um, be a part of their program and their culture. And it's something I look forward to in my coaching career, just being able to have my family around me at all times. My wife, my daughter come to every game. They enjoy coming to our home games and being able to run out on the field and do all those good things. Man, going to Ohio State, if you go in as a GA or assistant, they'll allow you to work with the players. The other university, I didn't really get a big chance of being able to run a meeting or run a practice and things like that. At Ohio State, they allowed us to do that, and that was one of the biggest things for me, trusting that what I've learned so far that I had been learning, and now I can apply that. Man, it was an awesome time out there, man. Being able to run some type of position meetings or being able to run some practices um, to help out Coach Johnson. Then also just being able during the practice to be able to split that up and he's taking some guys, I'm taking some guys, and being able to run the drills that I've learned and that he's taught me throughout my time there. But yeah, you got to stay engaged with what's going on. With football, man, that thing changes a lot. Um, just the way schemes are going and things like that. And so you got to stay engaged. You got to see what the pros are doing. They're usually ahead of the game, and being able to watch some of that stuff and having access to it. A lot of things have moved to social media, and you're able to pick up some things off social media as well. Being able to see some drills and things like that. I'm in a lot of D-line group chats and things like that, and guys post a lot of good information, and that's a big part of the coaching world, man. Is being able to reach out and be able to communicate with guys. I've had some great mentors that I reach out to that we all collaborate on and just try to evolve as the game is continuing to change and as offensive scheme is getting a lot better. A lot of different wrinkles in that. We have to be able to adjust, and that's a big part of being a defensive coach, being able to adjust at what guys are giving you. Transfer rule and things like that, man. You just got to continue to work with it because it's changing every year, and trying to stay on top of it, being knowledgeable of what's happened, and just being a great communicator. That helps out a lot in recruiting. Oh man, it's big. That was one of the first things that we reached out for was trying to make sure we got the community back involved into what Lamar does, and it's been an awesome journey so far. I simply went out to get an oil change not too long ago, man, and saw that I had Lamar shirt on, and those guys were ecstatic about it, about what we're doing here. And so we love our fan base, man. They've done an awesome job coming out to games to support us, and we'll continue to try to win games to make sure that fan experience is at its peak. Everlasting bonds, man. I've made a lot of good friends throughout this coaching journey, guys that have impacted my life tremendously, and then just being around just great people, man. Players and coaches alike, guys that I look up to, my mentors, and then also just personally, just establishing a relationship with the young men that I've been able to coach and train, and I'm hoping that some things that we've done along the way carries with those guys for the rest of their lives. I like playing Fortnite.
That might be it.
I'm not really a gamer, but I do like to play Fortnite with the guys, man. Get on the game and talk a lot of noise and kind of catch up with them with their lives and things like that have been like. And every now and again, we'll get on, we'll play some NCAA, and yeah. One of the biggest things, is I always talk about my faith, that I'm a God-fearing man, um, and that without him, none of this would be possible. And so I'm super grateful for for the opportunities that he's presented for me and my family. I also want people to just know that I'm a selfless human. I want to help anybody out that I can. That all I do is for someone else and not just for myself. I want to see guys, have a chance at life, and college is a great way to start it off. Just having those opportunities, man, to continue to educate yourself, and then be able to have something that's going to go with you for the rest of your life. Hey, appreciate you guys, man, for tuning in. Shout out to the village for making this possible, man. You guys have been doing some great things out there in the great city of Monroe, Louisiana. Continue to keep doing what you guys are doing, man. You guys are freaking rocking and rolling out there, man, and you guys are out there changing lives. Appreciate y'all.